What else happened in League One?
Yeah, it's Doncaster 12, Whitehaven 22. Keighley 50, West Wales 18 in the Pride match, not featuring Katie Price. Was she ever going to turn up, or was it just a clever stunt?
Oh, she was never. Not in a million years. They'd probably be lucky that she hasn't sued him for using her image on all these posters. There was no chance. It was not a chance.
She certainly used to live in Ockley, a village not far from her parents. So that's a long way to Keighley.
There's no chance. Let's put it that way.
And I'd be very surprised if she could point to Keighley.
I don't even think she's. I think luckily she's so unaware of it that she's not going to cause a stink about them saying she was going to be there.
It also finished Oldham 46, North Wales Crusaders 30.
What I did enjoy is that about 5 minutes before the game started, when they announced that she wasn't going to turn up, they said, "Does anyone know of anyone last minute?" It's like last minute
was going to turn up. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Oldham,
what level of person that would turn up would they have accepted? Would they, for example, if Paul Potts had said, "Yeah, I'm available," would they say, "No, not really"?
Why didn't they just get a Katie Price lookalike? Because that was as close as they were ever going to get.
Yeah, put her at the far end. No one would have known.
No.
Oldham 46, North Wales 30, and Workington 32. The London Scholars continuing their losing run, 22.
So all that means Whitehaven take a 3-point lead at the top now on 23 points. Oldham leap into second on 20, but that's because Newcastle didn't play this week. They're in third on 19. Hunslet have 18 points. Doncaster are fifth on 16. Scholars have 15. Workington have 14, and North Wales have 12. Coventry in ninth have 8 points. Keighley have 3, and West Wales remain pointless with a minus 683 points difference. Origin game 3.
Yeah, North South Wales. Here we go. New South Wales 26, Queensland 20, and New South Wales take the Shield and win 2-1. We had some fan views on this.
Yeah, Tom Andrews said, "First time in years I've been able to watch it live. What a treat it was. What does the UK need to do to get a similar thing to work here?" Paul said, "What a game. The Blues were just something. Maybe we should have a New South Wales versus either Lancashire or Yorkshire instead of the World Club Challenge." I think if you put Yorkshire and Lancashire on the field, they might just compete with this side. And Carson said, "Fuck you, you cockroaches. Congratulations to all Blues fans, but we will be back. #Queenslander." I mean, yeah, you've nailed your colours to the mast as a proper New South Wales fan, haven't you? In that last 30 seconds, You must have been in absolute dreamland. Tedesco, what a star.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, right from his run TMB days to now, he's one of the best players in the world.
He was, and he really did show it in this game as well on a number of occasions. I mean, James Maloney, it seems like he's Super League bound next year, and he certainly hasn't been playing well enough, I don't think, in his club side on a consistent basis anyway, to have even really warranted the selection he got. But they went for an experienced player who could be composed in that environment around all them younger guys who are quick and electric and take a chance. And I just think it's obviously worked out so well what Fittler did with this side. I do think that Queensland were very good as well. Cameron Munster in the first half was absolutely fantastic. Daly Cherry-Evans was very, very good in the halves as well for them. But it just came down to the Blues having more intensity through the 80 minutes, and they, typified by that try on the 80th minute by Tedesco. But brilliant stuff, brilliant rugby league game.
Yeah,
I was just
fantastic game.
Glad that my Wi-Fi was in place for kick-off. Otherwise, I would have been trying to find a pub somewhere, I think, to watch it on my phone in a pub on their Wi-Fi. But yeah, brilliant stuff.
Yeah, I saw absolutely nothing of this thanks to a busy work day. So busy I can't even remember what I was doing. But there we go. There was still some NRL going on.
Yes.
This week. Back to a near full round where it finished the Panthers 24, Titans 2.
Yep, see you, Garth.
Yep. The It sounds like a Tongan player, doesn't it? Seagarth. Newcastle Knights 14, the Bulldogs from Canterbury Bankstown 20. South Sydney Rabbitohs 21, Sea Eagles 20. The Brisbane Broncos 18, Warriors 18. Herbie Farnsworth rides again for his 143 metres.
Yeah, in the centres this time as well, so a bit of a positional switch, but still impressive. He did a lot of work. He had a lot of carries for those 143 metres. He really did put a shift in, the young kid.
Yeah, and it finished the Storm 40, Sharks 16, Roosters 12, Cowboys 15. Ryan Hall chipping in again, 5 tackle busts and 189 metres.
No tries though still.
Yeah, come on Ryan. You're supposedly the best winger in the world. Allegedly, maybe, probably not. Definitely not. I think there's no. He's not even the best haul anymore, is he? West Tigers 18, Eels 30. Dragons from St George Illawarra 14, Canberra Raiders 36. Joshy Hodgson 3 try assists. John Bateman 5 tackle busts and 111 metres. Elliot Whitehead also ran.
In the standings, the Storm keep a 6-point lead at the top, now on 30 points. The Rabbitohs have 24. Raiders and Roosters make up the top 4, both on 22. Seagulls and Eels have 20 points. Knights and Panthers round out the top 8 on 18 points. The Sharks, the Cowboys and the West Tigers, they're 1 win outside the playoff spots, with the Warriors and Broncos just a point behind them after their draw. Dragons have 14, the Bulldogs are off the bottom on 12, and the Titans fall to the foot of the table on just 10 points. And maybe Callum Watkins can save their season. Let's see.
Maybe he can.
That's it for results from around the world of Rugby League and fan views that we've had in this week. We're going to now move on to predict what will happen in round 23 of Super League. Right then, it's round 23 of the Super League this week, and we start on, as we traditionally do, on a Thursday night, 7:45pm kickoff for Sky Television cameras, and it's Wigan versus Wakefield. I'm going to go first on this one. I hope that Wigan will bounce back. I'm worried about our lack of forwards, but we haven't seen the squads yet at this stage at the time of recording, see if anyone's recovered or anything like that. But I still feel like on home soil, the way we've gone recently with George Williams and Liam Farrell led attack, I'm going to say Wigan by 14.
Yeah, I think we're going to do this. I think Wakefield just not quite at the same level. I think home territory in front of Sky. Yeah, go Wigan by 12 for this one. After
an abundance of Friday night games last week, we've only got the one, and it was moved into the Friday night slot to televise it. It's another relegation battle. On Sky at 7:45pm on Friday night, it's your Hull Kingston Rovers against the Huddersfield Giants. So I'll let you go first this time around.
Yeah, biggest question being, will there be a pub in the small Devon village that I'm in that will show it? Probably not.
Or a pub with an internet connection where you can use your Sky Go.
Yeah, equally dubious.
Similarly problematic.
I think probably Hartley ruling head here, but I think KR are gonna do this. I think get some confidence off the back of last week and stuttering Huddersfield. I think KR for this one, and they can shove the cowbell somewhere, anywhere, or just chuck it straight into the Humber.
I'm going to go with home advantage on this one because I really don't have any other strong view either way. So I think I'll go Hull KR by 8 based on home advantage more than anything else, really. Okay.
Yeah, Sunday 3:00. We've got lots of things going on. It's the busy time, and at Emerald Headingley, it's Leeds against Hull FC.
Yeah, and this game actually we'll have a curtain raiser that we'll talk about in a few minutes. That people should get down to watch, and it might actually be a better game than this one. We shall see, but I've just got a sneak that I think Leeds are going to take it at home. I've got Leeds by 4. I can't really explain it, but a few weeks ago I sat recording a show, I think with Sarah, and we talked about maybe I should start just picking what I want to happen and see if that works out for me.
Yeah.
And at this point I want Hull FC to be losing, so I'm going to go Leeds by 4.
Yeah, I think Leeds. I can't pick LFC, can I? It's it's the lesser of two evils.
Sunday 3 p.m. also London versus St Helens. Where do you see this one going?
This could be like watching a shark against a lamb. I think Saints by a sizable margin, probably about 30 points.
Yeah, I've got Saints by about 4 scores. Maybe they'll let off a little bit, and London do show some resilience along the way, but they're not going to be good enough at the moment for this St Helens side, who will want to rectify the wrongs of last time they were down in the capital. Final Sunday 3 p.m. fixture is Salford hosting the Catalans. Now this is a big game and a hard game to pick, I think.
It's a bit of a roulette wheel. I've gone home advantage.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm still tossing it up in the air, not sure what I'm doing really. But I think Salford should be able to do this.
Yeah, I've gone Salford by 14. I just think Salford at the moment are less hot and cold than the Catalans.
Well, that's not saying much, is it?
Catalans have actually won 2 in a row, so I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm going to go Salford. And it's also, I think I'd rather Salford won, because Salford are behind Wigan and Catalans are ahead of Wigan. As it stands. Yes, that's what I'm going with. Final game then, Sunday 3:30 p.m. Castleford hosting the Warrington Wolves. Warrington will be looking to bounce back from a defeat last week. Castleford will be looking to solidify their home form as the Darryl Powell aims for 7 from 7. So, where do you see this one going?
Wire for me. A wire by probably 10 points.
Yeah, this is another one that I'm going with what I want to happen most so, because I'm not really sure what I think will happen. I genuinely think this is a 50-50 game, because Castleford at home are a tough side to beat, whereas Warrington are generally a tough side to beat this year. I'm going to go Wire by 10, and I'm going to go for Wire to win because it benefits Wigan more at this stage. I don't think they're necessarily going to catch Warrington, but certainly if they can cut Castleford adrift, that would be wonderful.
There we go. In the Championship, York against Bradford. And this is sorting everything out. But who do you call for this one?
Well, it's obviously the two sides that went up last year, both doing very well, you've got to say. Bradford just outside the playoffs. York solidified in those playoffs at the moment, but it's all up for grabs. Both coming off of disappointing draws last week against teams they would have expected to beat. I fancy York for this one.
I'm gonna tip the Bulls. I mean, it's quite a rivalry they've got. They should be able to get themselves up, and if there's anyone who can use a rivalry in this game, it's John Keir.
Old Uncle Two Skulls. League One game of the week. We've gone for Newcastle against the Scholars. Obviously, the Scholars' run recently is fading, whereas
I'm very happy about that. Yeah.
And the Thunder are really starting to build up some momentum. So, but it is two sides closer to the top of the table, so you'd expect an element of closeness to this one, but I do think Newcastle will pad out to a nice win in the end.
Yeah, I think Newcastle this one, I think obviously Nick Newman's helped them greatly since he's come into the side, giving them that extra sip in halfback. And tickets to this, just £5, and they're doing a bit of effort to market this. They've done a nice little video explaining what Rugby League is to go out to the local area, so if you're in the Newcastle area, get yourself down.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're in the Leeds area and you want to get yourselves a double header, you've got two options actually this weekend, because you could go to Castleford and watch the Cheats beat the Wakefield Trinity side again by however many
200 points this week
before the Castleford versus Warrington game, or you could go and watch Leeds versus St Helens, a replay of the other semi-final from the Challenge Cup, which was a superb game, a very entertaining watch that was decided very quite late on by an absolutely thrilling try by Young Beavers. So this is on at Headingley before the Leeds Rhinos Hull FC game, so I would say get down early and get watching this game. It's definitely the Women's Super League game of the week. In the NRL, we've got a few Brit picks to now, because now that the Broncos are playing young Herbie, and